The earth beneath them shuddered. "What's happening?" Kawa screamed as she tried to maintain her balance. Ayaka scanned the ground, afraid it would open up beneath them. In her mind, she didn't understand how Star and Moon would think that it was a good idea, making it so that opening the shelter was so chaotic. "At least, I hope that's the shelter," she screamed in her mind. In front of them, the ground slowly rose, revealing a flashing void. Staring at the movement, they all soon a tunnel beneath the earth began to unveil itself. Nearly the entire end of the path rose up into the air. Beneath the sheet of metal that used to be the ground, there were spinning lights. The lights screamed to inform them to be cautious. Like a tongue rolling out of a gaping maw, the tunnel was slightly larger and wider than the road that the armored vehicle drove on. From the bottom of the tunnel to the top, it was multiple times taller than what they used to arrive at their destination. "I think you could even stack 2 trucks and there'd still be room," Tanaka said in wonder at what she was witnessing. "At least, we don't need to worry about whether we'd be able to drive into whatever this place is." "Wasn't this supposed to be a shelter?" Kawa stammered, witnessing something never seen before. Not even the science fiction stories wrote anything as magnificent as what they're witnessing. The tunnel shined as though reflecting the sun. Looking into the structure, there were lights on both the bottom and the top. There wasn't a single shadow that could be seen. Even at the entrance were lights that came on as though to help those who'd be entering the ability to easily maneuver their way inside. With how slow the tunnel was emerging out of the ground, they were all able to back away, worried that they were too close. The angle of the tunnel coming out of the ground didn't allow there to be a smooth transition from where they were, which was soon answered by a wide ramp sliding out. "Please wait while a scan is performed," a robotic voice that sounded slightly feminine announced through some speaker system. Flashing lights were soon seen that nearly blinded them. Ayaka raised a hand in an attempt to block the light, but it seemed as though such actions had no effect. "What's happening?" she thought. The lights lasted several more seconds before the voice said, "No detection of any abnormalities. Identified 5 humans and a military vehicle. Welcome to Star and Moon's underground city, number 2048462. Please proceed with care when entering the entrance into the welcome area of the city. To assist with driving into the tunnel, lights will be made available." On the floor of the tunnel were flashing lights as though signaling that it was okay for them to drive on. "I guess we should head in and find out what this underground city is?" Tanaka looked at the 4 of them, a grin on her face. Kawa, Mizuki, and Masio headed to the back, while Ayaka moved towards the still open door. Once again, she struggled to enter the large vehicle. Upon sitting in her seat, she grabbed the handhold and pulled the door shut. Tanaka easily jumped inside and closed the door. "I don't think we need this anymore." She flicked off the radio. Without the beeping, the interior was silent. Through the windows, Ayaka could see the flashing lights which indicated how they were meant to drive inside. No time like the present. Tanaka pressed the accelerator slightly, and the vehicle slowly began moving forward. How in the world did Star and Moon build something like this? Ayaka couldn't help but say out loud as she stared at the walls of the tunnel, seeming to swallow them whole, like some massive monster. "I wondered the same thing," Tanaka said while keeping her eyes on the light path. Did the government know that Star and Moon was building something like this? Though, I'd imagine that they'd have been able to access these shelters easier if the company was given permission by the government. She shook her head slightly out of disbelief. From what I know, barely any of the officials survived after the first night, with only us, the self-defense force, maintaining any order. A sigh left her mouth.